A frantic search for poll workers just days before the midterms. Experts say 1 million workers are needed nationwide for every election cycle. And with Election Day rapidly approaching, there's still many positions unfilled. Kelly Beeson is live from a polling location. So, Kelly, where is this struggle coming from?
You know, it's all across the country, Nicole. According to Power to the Polls, that's an organization that staffs polling locations across the country. They say 1 million poll workers are needed every major U.S. election. And so there are a couple of big reasons why we're experiencing this shortage across the country that we've identified. One is fears over COVID-19, and also a big one is threats to poll workers themselves.
You need to do your job right, because other people from other states are watching your.
Calls like these to election officials are some of the reasons why poll workers are leaving their post. The Brennan Center for Justice reports 1 in 6 election officials have experienced threats, and 77% feel the threats have increased. Election officials nationally are also concerned about some groups who believe the 2020 presidential election was rigged, recruiting and training poll watchers, particularly in swing states like Wisconsin. The RNC said it made a multi-million-dollar investment for this year's election cycle that includes 17 state election integrity directors and 37 in-state election integrity councils. The group says it's recruited over 11,000 poll workers in Michigan. And in neighboring Wisconsin, the recruitment effort has brought in an additional 5,000.
Doesn't really concern me because all of our processes and procedures have checks and balances. We have a rule of two. 2 election inspectors are handling and issuing ballots. And the chief inspector is in charge of a polling place, and they, if they were to discover that someone wasn't following process and procedure, would immediately dismiss an election worker who wasn't following protocol.
Different groups across the country are also stepping to the plate to fill gaps. The national campaign called Vet the Vote is working to recruit veterans and military families to the polls. Similarly, the American Bar Association is encouraging its professional networks to promote poll working among lawyers and law students. Now, in addition to recruitment, there are also new protections for poll workers that are being put into place as well. For example, in Georgia, you'll remember, Nicole, there's a new number poll workers can text to report any alarming activity on Election Day.
Yeah, certainly the times we are living in. Okay, Kelly, thank you. Here with us now is Scott McDonell, County Clerk in Dane County, Wisconsin, which does include the capital of Madison. He is responsible for administering elections in the county of more than 500,000 people. Scott, thank you so much for giving us some of your valuable time. How does this overall shortage of poll workers compare to years past?
Well, it's traditionally we've had more than we've had now, but during COVID, we really had trouble recruiting poll workers. Milwaukee even had to go down to 5 polling locations for a city of 1 million. So it's been worse, but the thing that concerns us is we may be losing people not just this cycle, but going forward as well.
Well, Scott, why does this seem to be a problem that's impacting certain states, but not others?
Well, some of it might be, cultural differences. In Wisconsin, we pay pretty well for our poll workers. We have high voter turnout and high engagement. So it's not quite as bad here, especially in the capital. But other places, they have not kept pace with inflation at all. So, poll workers get paid, but not that much. So it is kind of a volunteer job. But when you're paying $6 an hour, when you can get $20 pretty much anywhere, that's a problem.
Yeah, certainly. So what do you think is the solution? Is it a matter of offering more money?
Well, I think more money would help. I think appealing to people wanting to serve their country. I think the effort to recruit vets is smart. That's trying to get them to say, this is how you can serve your country now would be helpful. I think that works. But also these threats against election workers don't help at all. When you see people staking out ballot boxes in Arizona with AR-15s, that doesn't help your recruitment very well.
Well, and that was the last thing I wanted to ask you about. Kelly mentioned that, some places have a code they can enter if they notice something alarming, if something maybe raises their awareness. How do you feel about safety there in Dane County?
Yeah, we've done de-escalation training, active shooter training. We've never done that before. Really, even a law enforcement response could take 15, 20 minutes, depending on where you are in the county. So that's something the clerks have asked for. We've met with law enforcement and made sure they have plans for how they're going to deal with disruptions in the polling place. You know, my hope is that we're talking a lot about this, but not much happens. You know, there was a lot of observers in August, and nothing really happened. So that's what I'm hoping for. But you know, that is going to be hard on our recruitment if there are issues in the polls on Tuesday.
Oh, yeah, certainly something to be aware of. But like you, we certainly hope that everyone stays safe and things are fine. Okay, Scott McDonell out of Wisconsin. Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.